character. This is Anya. She's our new avatar. She's gonna do great. That's a real Khajit name. And that's who we're gonna be. We're just jumping in at the end of the tutorial. So we're gonna, like, this is gonna be a pretty roleplay character, right? So what do we want to do? This is gonna be like an unarmed character that does believe in stealing, but that doesn't believe in taking from the bodies of the slain, right? So what makes the most sense here? We could have Shadow just for invisibility. They're not gonna do magic except for what is like found. They're not gonna like learn spells from anybody. They're too independent for all that. Could just take Lord. Lord is fine. I'm planning on playing on Expert, so actually, yeah, you know, let's just go with Lord. And that'll be fine. No, I didn't switch. There we go. We'll go with Lord. So we're gonna be like a very superstitious Khajit, right? Even compared to anybody else around. But at the class, so we're gonna be like, what makes the most sense of these? Yeah, so it'll be a combat class, which will be the... Yeah, we'll have to change one of them, but yeah, Crusader will be the name of it, right? Right. No. I think just Barbarian would be a fine name for it, but we're gonna make a custom one because all of these aren't really where we want it. All right, so combat class. We're gonna go for speed and agility, not because they're the best things, but because we're a Khajit. Strength is what we need for like unarmed, I think, but you know, we're gonna, out of the box, we're going to go for those because that's who I am. All right, so now we need skills. So block, hand to hand, yes, obviously. Alchemy, maybe. We're not going to be trying to cast any spells, but we will still make those things. We're not taking mercantile. Sneak, no. Acrobatics, sneak, yeah. We'll take security too, because again, like this, athletics, yeah, that's 7. There we go. So it's like, yeah, that'll be fine, because this person's gonna want to run and jump, and maybe use a shield, but probably you're just gonna use our bare hands to block most of the time. But there we go. And we'll call it an adventurer. Alright, and now that'll be the last time we ever wear a sword. So let's just get rid of all these things. We're not going to be using an arrow either. It's not who we're going to be. Alright, and these spells, the ones that we have, you know, we'll use them. We'll use whatever spells we can get, and maybe even scrolls and staves or whatever, but we're not associated with the Mages Guild. Those people don't know what's going on. They're sheep, right? But we do need... Yep, there we go. We need to get rid of most of this stuff. We're not... Yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. We're not wearing armor. We're playing on expert. We're just gonna see what happens, right? It's gonna go great. Ready to go. I'm probably gonna die to the first mud crab, but hey, if not, it'll be fine. Now this is better than a 45-minute tutorial for reasons I think I don't have to mention. So here's a mud crab. Let's get into a fight. So we're on expert. And we didn't take Resto as a major skill. We probably should have. I wasn't even thinking, but you know. So as you see, you can almost die to one mud crab. Of course, we are like unarmored, but pretty funny stuff. But now nothing remains but to get traveling along the road to Wayne and Priory. this character is, like, not gonna work. It's fine. It'll be okay. Might actually have to, like, not play on expert. We'll see, though, you know. Having knockdown dragouts with these, I might have to wear a shield. But, you know, maybe not. Alright, we got business. What do we got? Oh, it's another mud crab. Alright. Oh yeah, this is hardcore stuff here. And we tank the hit in order to get an opening for another attack. Excellent. Amazing stuff. Truly, we are big heroes. We're gonna wait an hour here, not least because we're about to get in over our heads here, it looks like. You know, maybe I should... Oh, if you're unarmed, the shield doesn't come out. Right. So you gotta... The shield, you can only block with it if you have the weapon. I had forgotten that. That makes sense. I mean, it kind of makes sense. We'll make it work. Hello, friend. Oh no, you're a bandit. This guy won't know what hit him whenever I punch him in the face. You lowly Khajit, how could you attack one of your own kind with an axe? No true son or daughter of elsewhere would fight such. Oh no, I've been slain. Okay, one more time with feeling. I might need to wear armor. They don't know why we have beef, but in a past life, you know, they've grievously, you know, offended me.
That the best you can do?
I'm like, no, I can do better. I just can't show you that I can do better right now. All right, what do we got? We got some cheese wheels. All right, glorious. You know, it took a lot of fighting, but we got it done. All right, that's one bandit. Put him in the bank. Maybe I should have made this character with resto magic. You know, it seems like it would have been a good move. Oh well. Well, you know, we're getting the levels up. We're getting the levels up fine without having taken it. You know. I'm sure we'll find something before too long. Alright, we can't wait yet. Alright, well, we're just going to have to go into this next fight with limited resources. I don't know where they are, but they don't know where I am either. And that will benefit us. we can just like jump on top of them like a sick ninja, you know. Byaw! Oh no. We almost died with the fall, and none of them are around. Well, we did take the lockpick off of them. I forgot. We're not supposed to do that. Anyway, bodies are anathema. We can't, we're not supposed to loot the bodies of the sentient dead. Only if it's like for a quest or like a really good cause.
You move like a pregnant cow.
Yeah, we'll just,
Do your worst.
I already was doing my worst. That's a power attack we can get like 4 hits in and then bash out. Almost dead. Have a little rest, and then back off to the races we go. No, I don't think we can do this at expert. Probably be smarter to just put it to adept, but we'll just try it for a bit longer. I mean, like, I'm sure I could make a build where I could do it on expert. I just don't know if this is that build. It's not as strong as the Khajit in Skyrim is, you know. I mean, there's an unarmed tree that you level up here, but... But what you gotta love is this moment, right? So now we have to cross this bridge. But there's a guardian of the bridge, a mud crab, and now we must fight to the pain. Too slow. We honor the vanquished crab by taking of its meat. Now, of course, while we do not loot the bodies of the dead, we gleefully loot the chests and possessions of anyone that happens to be around or not around. Oh no. That was a frenzy attack. We were almost slain. Gotta back up a little bit. One of the problems with playing like an unarmored character is you don't get like access to enchanted non like armor gear for ages. At least not that I know. I'm sure there's some in the game. My idea of min-maxing was to stay inside of one house and repeatedly do a thing to level up ideally. Not like go here to get these items first or whatever, but I'll be happy to get plenty of mushrooms here. That will help for our eventual alchemical projects. Although restoration over alchemy would have been better. It's fine. It actually probably would have been dramatically better. Alright, we've got to fight against a... Okay, it's just a rat. That's alright then. Never should have come here. Okay, so the rat is more like how you would think it would be. Alright, so we're already at 40 hand-to-hand, and this is how weak we are. But of course, we're a relatively low-strength character, and we didn't take any of the things there. And of course, we're taking all this damage. That's with Lordstone already on for magic resist and such. But, hey, you know, it says expert for the difficulty. And if I'm not an expert, why would I expect to be doing well? Oh, well, there you go. I died. Alright, and then we go back in time like absolutely ages. Maybe we'll just fail for a little while here. Maybe. We'll just, we'll run a slightly different direction towards it this time. Nah, this is dumb. I'm just gonna turn it down to Adept. Expert speedrun is over. Now it's an Adept. I'm just, you know, I don't, I could do it. I would just fail a whole lot because I'm not good. And, you know, maybe this will be fine. You know, look, I tried to play on Expert and I died to a wolf. What are you gonna do? I could do it with Conjuration Magic, because then you're not really playing the game. Now I bet I could just, like, walk up to a mud crab and punch them, and they probably, like, can't kill me anymore. We'll see what the difference is in real terms between Adept and Expert. For example, the wolf's already dead, and they hit me a couple of times and I still have basically full HP. It's not a good single increment, is it? If they did twice as much damage, yeah, I think they do like 3 or 4 times as much damage. If they had like 50% more hit points and I took like, you know, slightly more, yeah, but you know, we'll just go with the depth for right now. I need to look for a mod. I'm not gonna do it right now though. We're just gonna pursue Anya's quest. Her quest to play the game on an easier difficulty than before. Her quest to pretend like she was gonna try hard. Oh no! A conjurer? I bet I'd already be dead if I was playing on an expert, but I'm not. Oh, we got a little Gate to Oblivion action going on here. Little spicy Oblivion gate going on. Guess we'll just go on in, right? No, this is probably like a story one. Yeah, the gate is opened elsewhere, exactly. Can I... Oh, nope. Nope, I cannot. Alright, so the answer to if we can swim in the red water is not exactly. I may not be able to do anything at all in here since I'm not, like, you know, on the part of the quest line that leads me to it. But maybe I'm just supposed to turn, you know, right instead of left. I'm under attack? From whence? Yeah, it certainly seems that they don't want me to be here yet, but we'll wait a little bit, just so I don't lose all of my wonderful running around experience. And then go this way. Because you can't be too sure you're not supposed to be somewhere until you've died at least a couple times. Alright, I don't think there's any, like, weird stuff to be found here. I think they just let you go this direction, you know, to be nice. 'Cause they don't want to, like, give you a gate that you can't walk into and nothing to do. Okay, so was that a bug? Oh no, we're inside of a stone. Alright, so the conclusion I think is, guys, that we weren't supposed to go in there. And now, we're really in for it. We appear to be inside of a complicated area. Well... Okay. I guess we're gonna live here forever. So this is the end of her adventure. Anya became imprisoned forever inside of a rock. And people to this day think that they hear her screams when they walk by. The Oblivion crisis, you know, took over the land. And the hero of Khajit never arose. The rains weep over us, for we are trapped. Sad, you know? Well, I think this experience is going to have a lasting effect on Anya. She's going to determine that she doesn't want to do anything with these Oblivion gates ever. She's going to see that if she ever steps inside of one, no matter what will definitely happen is that she's going to be imprisoned inside of a rock. So this girl is not going on the main quest line once she reincarnates. We can tell you that right now. But anyway, so that'll be that for this. Yes, we should rest and meditate on what we've learned, like how to get stuck inside of a massive stone. So anyway, that's what we've got going on right now. It'll be okay. We'll just reload, And that'll be the end of the main quest line. You know what I bet a good thing to do is? I bet the Fighters Guild's accepting applicants. We'll do that. We're not going in Oblivion gates. You end up inside of a stone. All right, let's load a previous save. How do I load a previous save? There we go. Yeah, we got to go all the way back here to avoid it. Well, that's a lot of failures, fitful restarts, and whatnot. Well, anyway, let's run one more time here, man. Okay. You know, if this happened to me whenever I was actually playing the game for the first time, if I hadn't bought the game, I'd probably quit. Die to mudcrabs and wolves, go through a cool portal, can't do anything, you back out of it, and then you immediately end up inside of a stone. Your last useful autosave is like 15 minutes ago because you're an idiot. You know, that kind of thing. It'll be fine, though. I'm over it. The mudcrab is not guarding the bridge this time. I guess let's just go into Fort Empire, you know. Let's stop trying to do what the game wants us to do. It didn't work, you know. Let's just go to a fort. Can't wait till I see who's trying to get punched now. Who's getting punched now? Oh, it's you, imp? Get some. Hey, we found a robe that's good. The robe of glib tongues, mercantile speechcraft personality. More importantly, it'll get us out of these clothes. Oh, and it's awesome looking. I got a sweet dress. Oh, we're gonna look so fashionable when we punch people wearing these threads. I'm like, who's shooting me now? clairvoyance down. Of course, the wonderful thing about not being much of a wizard and not using weapons is you have absolutely tons of space on your hotbar. But of course, what do you do with them? I believe you can use potions there, which is quite excellent for a cat like me. It's like, yeah, we're 100% not delivering this amulet. Hey, Ollie. Well, that went super well. Let's go to this place, to Lindai. You saw nobody was here. She just stopped in to be here. Well, hello. Yes, there's often no one here, but that's all right. Sometimes people catch them afterward, and often people watch them not at all. But I have a good time making them and talking to myself all the same. If anybody had been here, they would have seen me failing over and over. Oh no! Oh well. Good thing we're on this difficulty. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. I thought... Alright, yeah. So anyway, there's very clearly a trap that you should not stand in the middle of there. Got it. Now I know. Is it going the whole time? Like... What's going on that makes it happen? Is the skeleton doing in proximity? You know, like... Like, there's another one there? That's rough. You've never seen this game? Oh, well, Oblivion Remastered, the original came out 20 years ago. The remaster just sort of shadow dropped like 2 weeks back. You know, it's the fourth Elder Scrolls game, so if you're familiar with Skyrim, this is the one that came before that. And I'm playing an unarmed character. Well, it's a Khajit. It doesn't use armor or weapons, not because it's good, but because it's fun. I might break down and use some armor eventually. There is at least an unarmored tree, and the Khajit are better at using unarmed than not, but let's see here. But it's a very cool game, and it gives you like a lot of different ways to play things. Oh, we're taking AoE damage. Oh, from the gas vents. Are they back here too? Probably. Anyway, we're gonna die, right? Yep, okay. Anyway, so we got poisoned there. Not ideal. Let's go right back to the beginning of the area. Man, I'm bad at this game. You know, I could be wearing armor. I could be paying attention. I could be almost getting killed by that trap again. Because, you know, like, I could use, like, a bow or magic or a shield. Any number of things that would help me, you know, live longer, but... Sounds fun and hard. Well, You could make it harder on yourself than you want. There's and you know, there's different. You could just change the difficulty anytime you want. But really, like, there's a lot of like knowledge that makes things easier, right? Like, for example, if I know that room has poison, I just don't have to fight in it, and like, okay, now, hooray, now I don't have to worry about it. I'm good. And sure, the zombies are in there, but zombies run really slow, and I don't have to fight them either. But the magic system is wonderful and very complicated. So like, you can make your own spells based on the existing spells you have access to. This character's not going to really do that, but it is a thing that is very fulfilling. Like how in Skyrim you could make your enchantments, but they were like, you know fire, now you can put a fire enchantment on it. Now it's like, if you know fire, frost, and shock, and something else, like you can make all of those into one spell. And then, you know, make it at range, make it do damage over time, you do whatever, and then, you know, just based on the resources that you could put into creating it, whether or not you can cast it. This is a trap, you can tell by the way the floor is, and by the ceiling that's cut out. So the traditional way to avoid one of these traps is by jumping around the outside edge like this, with your acrobatics to avoid it. Or you could, you know, do it a different way. But yeah, I played this game a whole lot once upon a time. To the point where I would, you know, frequently just like make restrictions for myself. So like this character's restriction is that she's like very spiritual and superstitious. So like, if she like has to kill somebody in combat, she won't loot their bodies. Unless it's like for a quest and I have to get an item, like I have to get it. But she won't like sell, you know, like normally you would loot their armor and weapons in a game like this and sell it, but like she'll only you know, like take stuff out of the chests and like rob, like steal things and stuff, sure, but she won't like, you know, rifle through the pockets of her defeated foe, that kind of thing. You say someone's always overestimates yourself and never admits it. Probably play the hardest way and die a lot. Well, you know, that is a way to play it too. If you play Conjuration as the school, you know, with summons, the summons scale to the difficulty. So if you just get good summons and hide behind them, they'll get stronger as the difficulty goes up. And then you get the really good summons, and they can do any of the fights in the game, right? Like, Conjuration's super strong, because of course, all you're doing is turning mana into another entity on the battlefield, which none of the other spell schools can do. Because it both soaks, you know, damage away from you and does its own damage. And some of the conjuring stuff you can get in this game, they're like linebackers, right? Like they will just run in and lay waste to a whole area. It's very awesome. It's one of my preferred ways to play, but it's very passive, right? Or it can be. You don't have to play passively with it, but I find that, you know, it tends to sort of stop you from really being that active. And so I've avoided it thus far, but I'll definitely do one later. Like if I do a max level thing, it'll certainly be on the back of Conjuration. Because the difficulty in this game, the spikes are strange. Like it's not like it used to be. It used to be just like a slider. But now there's like a 5-level difficulty, you know, novice, apprentice, adept, expert, master. But like if I turned it up to expert, they would be doing like 3 or 4 times as much damage, and I would be doing like, you know, like it feels like half as much. So instead of being able to take like 15 hits, I can take like 4 or 5, which is a dramatically different, you know, feel. But yeah, no, I think it's a very cool game, and you know, like it's story driven. Aw, man. I came to a place that I can't. It's like for some other quest. That's alright. Anyway, if it says It could be a cool keel sometime that there's no other sign of how to operate it. That just means that I accidentally went into a ruin that's part of a bigger quest line, so that's alright. We'll go home. That can happen a lot. You know, if you're just traveling on the road and you go somewhere in this game. But often, like, so it's an open world, so you can do, you know, what you want. But lots of times you go somewhere and it's just, like, kind of generic. It's like, okay. Oh no, I almost... I thought it went up, but this one actually falls into the floor, and Punji sticks you. So I had avoided the trap all of those times, and then I ran right into it. Here, we got a lockpicking thing. Hey, got a K guy, sister. How's it going? But yeah, there's lockpicking and thievery. It's got all of these great, like, major storylines beyond the main quest. So there's like a mages guild that I think is like a very good quest line as far as the story and everything goes. And then you know, a guild of fighters. There's a thieves guild that's a very good quest line. There's a guild of assassins, which is a wonderful quest line. Like a really, really solid one. I haven't played it on the redo, but I'm sure it holds up. And we're just gonna sprint through this room because it's poisoned. So you might head out, Ollie. Well, yeah, you know, get your rest. And yeah, if you're looking for another game to play, you know, the Oblivion Remastered, especially as someone who hasn't played it before, I think you might have a really good time with it. It's a really fun game. There's a lot of ways to make each playthrough unique, which is what we're doing now with our unarmed Khajit, who teleported inside of a rock. Was it this rock? So there was like an Oblivion gate open already, and I went inside of it, and it didn't really work. And then when I tried to leave, it teleported me into a rock. And that led to where we're at now. Yeah, here we go. A gate to Oblivion. It was this gate. We're not going in. It does look awesome, though. How dare you, Wolf? I was looking at that. Alright, back to our regularly scheduled programming. But yeah, we went in there was a pretty serious bug. But it made our character superstitious. And think, you know, I bet I shouldn't get involved with this. But we're just gonna head to Coral and get involved with whatever's going on there, but not the main quest line. Definitely not. It wants me to deal with their nonsense. I'm not gonna do it. We're gonna join the Guild of Fighters. People that'll never ask us to go into crazy portals.
What seems... The Fighters Guild is recruiting again. Not a bad way.
Hey, and it's the first of the first of the rumors. Perfect. We'll hit up the merchant to,
It's you. Yes?
Who are you?
In Coral, we Highlanders treat our gods' teachings as rules to live by. Our lives are governed by the 10 Commands. Take care.
Sounds boring.
Only the Let's do business. That's a fair deal.
We'll keep that chameleon scroll. That could be good.
That seems a... An excellent bargain. Farewell.
All right. But we're just gonna find the Fighters Guild, knock on their door, and say hello. I heard a brave Khajit and a fine and fetching dress could really make their fortune here.
I don't think we've met. Are you new in town?
Yes.
Likewise. I'm always glad to meet someone new. Welcome. I'm sure my mother would be glad to meet you as well. My mother owns Northern Goods and Trade in Coral.
It's an ad.
They just
She's
didn't
an
seem like
ad.
Oh,
What's the news from the other parts of town?
Hondatard.
Nothing I'd like to talk about.
All right, the Fighters Guild. Let's go in. Actually, like, if you asked me right now to describe how the Fighters Guild goes, I could not tell you. Like, I could not tell you at all. But I'm sure it'll start ringing a bell once we get on it. Curtis Groberoth.
Want to join the Fighters Guild?
I do. Tell me about
If
the
you're
Fighters
looking to
Guild.
join up, you should speak with Velena Danton at Coral, Azan and Anvil, or Birds Kokash in Shadenhall.
Velena
If
Danton,
you're
huh?
Enough talk.
Is this her with a beautiful head of
Come in,
hair?
citizen.
Yes, I'm gonna sit down at the table and say hello.
Greetings. How may I help you? Are you perhaps interested in joining the Fighters Guild?
Indeed.
The Fighters Guild is always looking for new members. If you've got a clean record and don't have a bounty on your head, we may be able to use you. Are you interested in joining?
Yes, indeed.
Excellent. You are now an associate
Huzzah!
in the Fighters Guild. You should report to either Azan in Anvil or Burz Grokash in Shadenel for contracts. You will advance through as you complete. Be aware. Go to it.
All right. Man, they've got ash all over the floor. They really need to take more pride in their place here.
Hello.
The chestnut.
Yes? Not smart to carry around broken equipment.
At handy stables.
So
Now
that
offer
guy
to get your
can
horse.
repair
So I've
our
heard.
stuff, and now
See
we
you.
can,
Be seeing you.
you know, we're a member of the group, so we can, you know, take whatever, you know, clothes
Greetings.
are around or whatever. But we've got our good dress, so we won't need to do that. We're just gonna go ahead and pop into bed real quick and get our first level here. We'll take strength. We'll take speed. And a little endurance.
I'm the Fighters Guild champion, Modron Orain. Farewell.
Ah, we can get some nice shoes here, yes. Very nice. We need a hood. We'll eventually get one of those, you know. All right, now you can't see them, but we got little shoes on. We need a hood pretty badly. Walking around with our whole head out. It'll be okay. We'll find one. Trapdoor to the tower? What kind of place is this? Well, we could be finding all sorts of shoes in here, but Pants too. It looks though like the items of our dreams. Ooh, a repair hammer. That's even better than all the things that I thought we could find. Nothing like some nice corn. That's what I always say. All right, so it is a storage place, but it's really just like a nice. It's a tower, but you know, only in the most specific of senses.
How are you?
Evening.
How are you?
Alright, so we need to go to either Chayton Hall or Anvil. And we spent a long time at Anvil in the previous time, so we're gonna go to Chayton Hall. We're gonna hoof it. This character doesn't believe in fast traveling, and I don't believe in it either anymore, you know. Only by running across the land can we achieve Kim. Kim is the fancy Elder Scrolls word for nirvana, enlightenment, the superimposition of your consciousness onto reality and thus the disappearing of it. It's what the dwarves did, why there aren't anymore. Hello! Oh, I say, sir. Ma'am, you have made a grievous mistake.
Do your worst.
How dare you! Alright. I shouldn't even be looking in their pockets. It's against the code to take the bodies of the slain's items. They will need them when they enter their afterlife, after all. I look so fast. You can see my little blue shoes a little bit when we're running. That's good. Never should have come here. That's what I think whenever I see a rat. Oh no, oh no. That would have been bad. We would have lost so much time. And importantly, athletics levels. Alright, can we get down here safely? Oh! You know, a cat always lands on their feet, but Khajit are only cat-like. They are not. There we go. Amazing! Graceful! Feline! Truly, the blessings of the full moon are upon us this night. We'll just ignore the cursed gate here and say, truly, the blessings of the moon are upon us. It's none of our business what's going on there anyway. The sky is just straight messed up from this whole Oblivion gate thing. Unless that's what it always looks like here, well, with the red lightning and all. Aha! Oh no, poor dog. Sorry you were brought into this, friend.
Why won't you die?
I shouldn't even look. Lead us not into temptation and all that. We're not going into Sursen. That's not part of the plan. We're trying to advance in the Fighter's Guild, and the only way to do that is to wear a dress and run across the land physically. And you might be saying to yourself, Self, is that really the only way? It's the only way that's going to happen here. And I already am having a really good time. When it was on Expert and I was dying and feeling dumb, I was like, why am I doing this? But now it all makes sense. You know, the characters pulling together. It's all gonna be great. And also, we won't have to worry about carry weight very much, if at all. Just very rarely, since we won't be looting people. And the amount of money we have access to would be more limited. It'll be interesting for lots of things. Unless I get good at thievery, which is an option. Certainly optional. Yeah, I just gotta find a difficulty that's in between this and I'm already dead, you know? Because... are goblins lootable? Yeah, goblins don't count. But anyway, we're just gonna ignore that Oblivion gate. That's the sort of thing you can do. Just ignore it and it'll go away. Oh, there's another one over here. Oh, that's a cool tower. I don't know what's up with that. I feel like I've seen it far away, but only... I don't know. It's not ringing a bell. Maybe we should go to it. Maybe eventually. But as for right now, relatively focused on our goal of the Fighters Guild. And I love Chayton Hall. It's a beautiful place. It's got the best trees. It's got, like, you know, angular towers. I love that. Nothing like a spire, that's what I always say.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm Bazir Grogars. I got protection from the Orem gang, so don't mess with me, or they'll fillet you real good.
Oh yeah, you think so?
Leave me alone.
Better hope I never find that gang myself.
How do you do?
Hello, Fighters Guild Porter. I do just fine, thank you. What a polite guy. And nothing like a little lockpicking practice. And these are ceremonial gauntlets, and... Ooh. A couple proper sapphires, though. Nothing like a couple proper sapphires to make it worth your while. Alright, we were looking for a place to sleep, but of course... The Khajit desire to pick locks is strong. A letter? Let me read it. Oh, it's a recipe. And we'll just sleep for the night and then go and see what our first quest will be for the Fighters Guild. I only vaguely remember any of it, but I'm sure it'll come, you know, crawling back to me. Call to the Isles, that name seems familiar, you know, in an indistinct way. Got the old training dummy. A little bit of gear, a little bit of ceremonial stuff on the wall that you can't take. At least not yet. It's like that looks like a hammer I should be able to grab. And it was. It's got a forge, don't know why you would want it. I mean oh yeah, another repair hammer, wonderful. Now you might be thinking, why do you need a repair hammer if you're not wearing gear? Well, I could want it. Alright, I forget who she said we were supposed to liaison with here. An orcish name, perhaps?
Greetings.
Or a person with an orcish name. Otembar? I don't think it was
Fighters
you.
Guild Guardian. Maybe you saw me in the arena a couple years ago. I was a contender.
Yeah, you could have
I got
class.
out while I still had the original set of legs, arms, and eyes. Fighters Guild is a perfect place for me now. I worked the... Go hurt something.
Sure, buddy. here's the thing. I just need to meet whoever is the head honcho. Where would they hang out? It's not you, you're just a guy.
Yes? Devera Romalan is sure proud of the Newlands Lodge. I think she's especially happy that the Red Queen drinks there. Bye.
Ah,
You're
here we
looking
go.
For work, meet? Maybe you want a contract?
I like his mustache. Yes, a contract.
I suppose I've got something for you. We need a weapons shipment delivered to Desolate Mine. That's your job.
All right.
Move your ass.
Time to
boot.
do a FedEx quest. The most honored of all quests is to deliver things for people. All right. And of course, it's all the more interesting since we're not fast traveling.
How do you do?
Oh, very well, thank you. Boom, 1-2 punch. Not really boding too well for this delivery, but we might as well continue on and see what happens. I literally don't remember what's happening here. Okay, we're all alive. Good. What's up, guys?
Good that you made it. You should talk to Rhea.
Hello, Rihanna.
You must be the reinforcement from the guild. Good. I hope you brought weapons for us. You've made it, and just in time. We've got trouble with goblins here. I'll take the bow. You give the weapons to my other 2 men. You too. Get horrible creatures, and they've made this mine too dangerous for the workers. We're going to have to get rid of them. Be seeing you.
Ah, you've got the... A blade. I'm waiting.
Right, so he wants that one, and he...
Good. A hammer.
He wants to bash, so we've given him that.
Only good. Okay.
Alright, now they've got their weapons, and we're good to go. I'm gonna run ahead of them. We need to make a good impression, right? Because we're a new member.
I fought mudcrabs more fearsome than you.
They're gonna come in and we're just gonna be like surrounded by the bodies of the slain, our foes. Oh, he's just walking through fire. That's very hardcore. Super cinematic. Oh no, there's a third one. We'll be fine. Oh yeah, they're here with us. I almost punched our buddy in the back. That would have been bad. This poor miner. dropped out of the sky on us. Oh no! Are they okay? Okay, they seem okay. Alright, looks like our friends are all good. And I close that off, but I think it means that the Desolate Mind is cleared.
That was some good goblin bashing. What else you need? Lots? Not bad.
Well, they're all taken care of now. Good. Looks like we... Good going.
Alright, good deal. Nice and simple. Of course, for an introduction to a guild quest line for a fighters guild, it makes sense. You know, that's their thing. They do contracts for people. They, you know, they keep order if they can. They, you know, they try to solve problems. Just like the excellence of the Mages Guild is that it immediately forces you to start thinking like a mage. This one makes you think like a fighter. When that guy says he wants to sink his blade in, do you give him the blade or the hammer, you know? You don't have to do a lot of thinking to think like a fighter, just a little bit. It's like getting an absolute truckload of acrobatics experience there. No, we're just going to keep on spamming healing. We'll be a champion healer yet. Eventually, we'll get other good resto spells, but again, this is a self-taught character. They're not going to do any of that newfangled spell crafting or anything like that, you know. Only what we find through good honest labor or thievery.
How goes it?
Nicely, thank you.
I don't care to know you.
Hello.
He starts
Haven't
with a
you
glass
taken
mace,
care
which
of
lets
that
you know that he's
weapons
fancy.
shipment yet? Those weapons won't deliver themselves.
Why are you being so rude? I did what I was ordered.
You got the weapons there and cleared the mine with no casualties. Better than I expected from you. Here's your reward and a little bonus. Nothing now, not at your rank. Go see Azan. Go hurt
All right,
something.
now we have to run to Anvil. The best part of a character that doesn't fast travel that has to go from one city to the next is that. Now it's time to run to Anvil. Fortunately, there are two routes, and we will take the southerly route. So that we go in the direction we haven't gone yet, and then we'll hit up Anvil that way. Alright, somebody wants the smoke, as they say. Somebody wants to brawl. Is it a scamp from far away? He has no idea I'm here. Alright, is there anything good to take? Carrots, leeks, and rice. Marvelous. Alright, he doesn't care that I'm going to sleep in this bed, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to sleep till night, and then we are going to try to acquire a horse. I think he thinks I'm pretty, and that's why he's allowing me to hang out, you know, and that's okay. He won't be the first man to have his horse stolen by a pretty face. Alright, and before they know it, we're away and free with the horse. Now, of course,
I'll hack you to pieces.
it's better abstractly to not ride a horse because you get acrobatics experience for running. But we're gonna ride the horse for a little while just to speed up a little bit of the travel, since we've been doing like a lot of running. And it always feels good as a Khajit to do some thievery. The stars? Do I choose to steer by the stars of the steed? Yes. What's it do? Carry weight? I know, and I'm like, I should know. Like, in Skyrim, it makes your armor not weigh anything and makes you, like, move unencumbered by it. Which, if that is the case, then maybe we'll weigh regular armor. But, yeah, no, it's just not working. That's all fine. What happened to the horse I stole? Oh no, I've mislaid it. There we go. Is that wolf attacking my poor horse? I mean, not my horse, you know what I mean. Never should have come here, wolf. Alright. Well, the Steedstone didn't want to get got, but that's alright. I don't know this Ronald fellow, but he'll be okay. En route. More en route. More en route. We're just gonna go on foot from here. More en route. Mud crab? Probably. We'll just ignore him. We'll get a couple of nice iterations of the battle theme while we leave him in the dust. Or, you know, the shallows, as the case may be. We'll go to that stone. Maybe it'll let me click on it. I'm like, no, I don't seek the conjured weapons and armor. That's not really my character's thing. No one is demanding us to pay a toll. That's nice. You know, in a game like this, there's often highwaymen and highwaywomen who pop out as if trolls. Hey, there we go, a highwayman.
You're
No, you're pathetic. And I'm a hero. Hey, cameraman. We're just running through the land. This character doesn't believe in fast traveling. But before long, we'll get really good at running. Let's see what this stone is. Oh, tower, that's right. Anyway, we'll just take it, but we'll try to take a different stone if possible. This tower's what I rolled with last time. It's fine until you remember how to do lockpicking, but I sort of like remembered how already. No hablo. I had a couple of years of Spanish in high school, which was a very long time ago, and I had... If I can slander my teacher, I don't think she did a very good job. And then I had a couple of semesters of French in college where I had a much better teacher. But, je ne parlez-vous français either. I do know lots of, like, Greek and Latin words, but I don't speak them or anything. I read a lot of books. Hello, Kiki. Starting to get hot. It is my computer. Well, it's not hot, you know, it's just a little warm. One day I'm gonna go to put my hand on the tempered glass of the panel and just sear it on there. Nah, it'll be alright. I'm a cook for a living, so I'm always touching hot things. I'm slightly fire resistant. It doesn't work like in the video games, though. You can't ever get 100% fire resistant, no matter how much you burn. When will I practice Deathmood again? I did like an hour and a half earlier today, but my hands started having problems and going numb and stuff, so I had to cut it short. But I got some good practice in on the level, I think. Did a bunch of work on the middle UFO plus wave section. But I don't know, maybe tomorrow morning, but probably like Wednesday afternoon. I don't usually play stressful games before I go to work. Over here, this is like a clan battle. So we got two different clans of goblins who are here at the same place. Who knows who will reign victorious? And now they'll have all their bodies, and they won't know who's you know to truly blame for it. That's fine. Highwayman?
This is a holdup. Hand it over or die. We can...
We should have been brothers and sisters in arms, highwaymen, but you had to fight me. Later, Kiki. See you in a bit. It's always sad when you see someone on the road and they try to hit you with an axe, and you're like, perhaps in a different life we could have been friends, but you just tried to hit me with an axe, and you're right here.
It's you. Hi.
Wow. What a lady. It's you. Hi. You know, you could have just not said anything at all, ma'am.
Why won't you die?
You haven't even hit me yet. How are you gonna act upset? Get wrecked. Nothing like a vicious 1-2 punch. The sun is... Wow, okay, I was like, that was a particle effect. I was like, what's that aura on the back of my ears? Alright, so Talos is not upset that we took a horse. Stealing implies ownership, right? And that horse was just... That horse is his own horse. Like, who claims to own a horse? It's ridiculous. Only a horse can own themselves, right? You know? So if you think about it, I set that horse free. And if you don't think about it, then it doesn't matter. Hiya! And then with an awesome kidney punch, he's totally taken out of commission. And that's what you do. You sneak up right behind him and punch. Hey, Rasava camp. Those sound like some of my people. Stop attacking me, dog. I want us to be friends, dog. Alas. Well, there's no one here, so we're just going to lay down for a little bit. What's the worst that could happen? We take more strength, more speed, more endurance. Harder, better, fatter, stronger, fatter, stronger, harder, faster, stronger, better, make it faster, make it Khajit. You know, some of those are words. A beautiful pool with a high sprig Nernroot. This one's like all the way out. Just a couple of roots where they ought to be. I love a little mountain pool like this, you know, like imagine how wonderful it would be to come across one in real life, with or without the amp. I'm gonna punch this deer. I'm gonna run up behind it and punch this deer. Hiya! It took a lot of punching, but I've got some venison. Couple more deer? Well, you know what's gonna happen. You look like a tasty deer. Oh no, they're getting away. When you bring out your fists, you run slower. And also you can't sprint, so you gotta like get out of this. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh no, it's getting away. Oh, it almost lost me. There we go. An elegant kill on the deer. And then we'll take a nice block. We're almost to 50 unarmed. I don't remember what you get for the breakpoint, but it's probably pretty good. Let's just check real quick. Power decks more damage and recoil. Armed ones when blocking. And then, okay, so at 50 we get physical immune damage still works, and then power attacks can disarm our opponents, and that's great. Because if we disarm our opponents, then it doesn't count as taking it from their bodies. It does look incredibly awesome. Oh yeah, look at that. With like the moons up in the sky. Very elegant. Very cool. None of our business at all. After all, we're just running the breadth of the whole place. Because we're like, from Cheydinhal to Anvil, right, is essentially about as far as you can go, you know, from here to here. I mean, no, you got Leowind to Bruma. That's the longer run, probably. But it's all good. After all, we need to reinvigorate, you know, our spirit. We need to get better at running and jumping. We need to embrace life without fast traveling. If I was fast traveling, think of all the beauty I would miss. Think of all the unpunched wolves. That's not what I would want. Oh, there's a little camp here. Oh no. Sorry, dog. I wanted to be friends, dog. Big jump. I'm like, don't die all the way. Bunch of experience, good. All of the experience, not so good. Ah, man. I know I was just here, but it really is pretty. Like, I didn't know the Oblivion gates opened like this. Is that what happens when you go to Wayne and Priory and don't talk to him? It still happens? Anyway, I seem to remember that you didn't have to do the main, or like if you didn't start the main quest line, that wouldn't happen. But I guess we went into an Oblivion gate. No, because that one sort of just appeared. Anyway, I don't know. We take a ton of fall damage, which is all to the good. It will allow us much experience.
Hello, Inarus and Ventius, hunter, woodsman, and marksman at your service. Plenty of deer, wolf, boar, mountain lion, bear in the count. Bye.
Thank you. Welcome back. We arrived at the town. We're just gonna stop off here and sell off some of our things. Since we don't loot the bodies of our slain sentient foes, you know, we'll always have plenty of carry weight.
You got a great deal there. Thank you. What can I interest you in? You too.
But after the long run, now it's time.
How are you?
At last.
Vigdis, Fighters Guild.
You've never actually heard of this game until now? This is the fourth Elder Scrolls game. You may have heard of Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. So this game came out 20 years ago, but the remaster just came out like 2 weeks ago. Like a week and a half maybe. Yeah, so like
Heroine of the Fighters Guild.
So
Go
yeah, the original was 20 years ago though. And they didn't announce that they were doing it. They just sort of dropped it on the world and made me a very happy person. Well, an average amount of happy. But yeah, so you know, it's an open world role-playing game where you know you choose who you want to be, you decide what to be, and then you go and be it. If you want to be a thief or an assassin, a wizard or a mage, if you want to be a merchant, that's kind of hard, you know. It is a game based around combat and stuff. But you could theoretically spend most of a playthrough just being entirely like a pacifist.
Everyone calls me Sten the Ugly. I got tired of beating people up for it. So go ahead, live it up. You notice all the Nords around here? Good day.
Well, go hurt something.
So I've sent here.
What? Go to it.
Alright, but none of these people. So the porter, that's just like a person that follows me around to make sure I'm not doing anything wrong, I guess, because I'm a new member. Well, I was sent here. Okay, there's an upstairs. Got it. I'm like, someone runs this place.
Anytime now. I'm
Rufrius
Vinicius.
Vinicius? I don't... You train hand to hand. You can't
You're
help me
willing to
train.
learn. Take care.
You don't know nothing.
Lensilarum, Fighters Guild, through and through. Be seeing you.
Mojo! Who's a good old dog, Mojo? I wish I had a charm spell so I could pet the dog, but I don't have one. It's like I wasn't supposed to pick the lock. I can walk in, though. I'm just, you know... somebody else's bed. They didn't want me to pick the lock, but, like, once you do it, they're like, oh, whatever. The company offices, okay. Somewhere in this place is the person who's going to give me the next quest. Here we go. And they've got some rare books about history and such. Some things we don't need, and we crash. That's alright. This is like my 5th crash in 30 hours, which is fine, right? It's totally fine. Don't fear. We reload real quick. I got a real beast of a machine, so the load times are low, and before you know it, we'll be right back into Tamriel. Right back where we picked off. There we go. Before we know it. And we're just going to jump in, and instead of poking around in here this time, we'll probably remember that I didn't need any of that stuff anyway, so...
I'm Azan.
Azan,
the
yes.
Anvil Fighters Guild chapter, an advanced blunt weapons trainer.
Azan, you're a good guy. I wish you had a mustache so I could compliment it, but you're still a good guy. Do you have a contract for me?
A contract for you? I think I've got something that suits your experience. Arvina Phyllis has some problem with rats in her house.
Rats? That's outrageous.
Yes, rats. I'm sure she can explain it to you better than I. She lives here in Anvil. Go and talk to her. Good luck. Go take care of the rats.
Rat problem. If memory serves, this is actually a very famous quest. I think that's the one it is. This is like, It's a very famous quest.
Yes? What's going on with you?
I ran across a couple of mud crabs not long ago.
For a lot of RPGs, it's like to deal with rats is a very classic beginning, right? You know, and some games, you know, play with that trope a little bit, but because it's a good thing to give to an adventurer, you know, a first party. I think in Baldur's Gate 2, there was like you dealt with a rat problem at the beginning. I didn't play 2 extensively. I did play 3 a lot, not only like a couple hundred hours. But we shall see what's going on about these rats. Ah, well, it looks like the hole in the wall is leading to it, but we'll go inside and see if she's already considered that. Hello.
You must be from the Fighters Guild. Good. I have a problem. It has to do with the rats in my basement. That's right. Rats. In my basement. And something has been killing them. It's horrible.
That's right. She likes the rats.
Poor babies. You must do something. I don't know what I'd do without them. Their little pink noses, their scaly little tails. Oh, please get to the basement and find out what's happening.
I'll do my best, ma'am.
Please save my little rats.
The rat problem is not the rats themselves. It's like a mountain lion, right? Spoilers. No, you stop that. Alright, I don't want to punch the rat. If we run away, will it chase us? Alright, we're good. And we did it without killing any of her rats. We did punch one in the nose a little bit, but she'll get over that. She's probably already over that. Anyway, what I'm saying is I did this job very, very well. We ran all the way across Tamriel to go and punch a mountain lion.
Well, a mountain lion? In my basement? But how? Oh, that's not possible. But it happened. Oh, what if there are more? What if it wasn't alone? Where there's one, there will be more. Find Pinarus Inventius. He's a hunter and knows this area inside and out. He'll know what to do. Please, go find Pinarus.
Yeah, indeed, weird. A mountain lion in the basement. But I was like, well, we did meet that hunter, and now we're just gonna pop in right into his house and be like, hello! Sure is nice to see you, of course. He doesn't know I'm here right now, so we're gonna see if he has anything nice to steal. Hello!
Mountain lions? Here. Odd. If they're around, I can find them. Come with me. A hunt will do us good and maybe make that old nut feel better.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go hunting.
And while his back is turned... I mean, coming right with you, Pinarius. Don't fret, Pinarius. Sounds like an AI voice. I believe it's all the original voice actors from Oblivion 20 years ago. So a lot of the NPCs are done by, like, just a couple handfuls of people. Like, I don't know how many voices, but I think there's, like, less than, like 20 voice actors for the game. It's not like this Khajit has one and this guy has one. It's like a lot more done by single people in the game. And then they have like the Emperor at the beginning is done by like Patrick Stewart, you know, who Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise, and then like Sean Bean, who, you know, the famous actor, he does a voice in the game also. But you know, those famous actors, they just did like specific characters mainly. It's not like you're gonna find like 100 Sean Bean voices out there. It's just the one guy that he does. I think it might be 2, but I think it's just 1. But yeah, I don't believe they remastered any of the voices. It's just like all the graphics and then gameplay and a bunch of stuff like that. But I believe they used all the same voice lines with no changes.
Treasure has to be true. I wonder if the first county ever found it. Oh? What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
They say that King Helsing has made an alliance with House of Rex.
Alright, so do we have to walk very slowly for this?
Let's go hunting.
Alright, so me and him are going to physically walk very slowly down this road. This is okay. This is very, this is how it works. So sometimes in this game, an escort quest is agonizingly long. And you can sort of like run ahead. And then they'll just look at you, right? Oh! Good news, I found a bunch of mountain lions. As I was saying, I don't know where they are.
In this area. I can't imagine there are more than 4 of them. Let's take care of this.
There's literally 4 mountain lions right here. And he is not noticing it. He is walking literally in the middle of all of them. Alright, there's one down. Oh yeah, he just waylays one.
This is the part where you fall down. I think that'll be all of them. Can't imagine more in this area. You can go tell Arvena this is all taken care of.
He's like, can't imagine there'll be more than 4 of them. Well, I'll leave him the pelts. If only this was Red Dead, and you could use the pelts for something. But in Skyrim, you know, you could get like leather and do crafting at least with that. But in this, the craft, there's like repairing of things, but they don't have like the crafting of items out of the parts. They do have a much better spell crafting system, however. But we have dealt with the mountain lion problem by punching them. I'm a real problem solver with this character, you know. I'll hold him and you punch.
Oh my! You've got to take care of those mountain lions.
She is like real mad.
You think you've gotten rid of them all? You do? Well, you haven't. There's one in my basement right now. Go get it.
But I've already killed mountain lions in your basement. When's the next time I play Minecraft? Oh, I'm not sure. I sort of like ran out of things that I felt like doing on my hardcore world. And like I plant wheat every now and then, but I don't know. People have been telling me to get mods and stuff so that I can get reinterested again. Alright, we've killed the second mountain lion, and these rats have forgotten our previous arguments, so they're all fine. Yeah, you know, it's a nice place for rats. Oh, she's got little cheese wheels and baskets, you know, they got apples. They've got a nice little stone trough, you know, these are happy little rats. They've got a good life down here.
Oh my! Thank the gods you killed that thing. Oh, this is ridiculous. Someone's out to get me, to get my poor babies. I'll bet it's that quill weave next door.
It certainly does seem like someone's out to get you.
She's the one. She's never liked me or my sweet little pets. I know it's her. I've even seen her sneaking around in back of my house at night. She thinks she's so smart. She and all the other women. I'll show her.
What a weird thing to
I
say.
want you to keep an eye on her. Find out what she's up to. Please save my little rats.
All right, time for a little spying, a little weirdness, a little following around behind Quillweave. We could just go directly in and see what's going on. Hello.
My name's Quillweave. I don't know what you're talking about. Be seeing you.
Alright, so she says she's innocent. But since I'm not technically breaking into the house right now, I'm just gonna look around a little bit. All right, she knows we're here already, so we gotta rethink this.
Strange noises coming from her basement.
She's a nut. Whatever's going on in that house, I don't want to know about it.
Goodbye.
Take care.
Aha, look at her. So right now at 9 p.m. she goes outside and she's sneaking around, but little does she know that I too am sneaking around. Oh yeah, she won't see me back here. Ah, so she's leaving meat outside of the house. I should confront her. Hello!
Yes. What can I do for you? You what? Well, I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. I would never go skulking about. Fine, you've got me. I figured if I left some rotten meat outside, the nasty little things would come out, and the guards would take care of them. Mountain lions? In her basement? I just wanted to lure her vermin outside. I didn't mean to hurt anyone, except the rats. Please, don't tell her. And if you can keep this our little secret, I can make it worth your while. There's a bit about
You're a bad person,
acrobatics I can
Quillweave.
teach you.
These
Give
rats
it
are her
some
pets,
thought.
and they aren't hurting anything. You just don't like them for being there.
Bye.
Well, we were contracted to help this person, not to help the person who is hurting them or trying to kill their pets. You know, she's a bad person. So we're gonna tell them about Quillweave. Quillweave was behind
I knew
it.
That Swit. Oh, I'll get her. You just wait. Must have taken some fast talking to get her to confess. Maybe I can teach you a little bit more about how to talk to people. And of course, here's the payment for the contract. Thank you. You too.
All right, boom, there you go. We get a little spellcraft, speechcraft. We get 100 coins. It's
Well
all
met.
worth it. Astia Inventius.
Inventius,
Yes, your husband and I
wife
just
of the
fought
woodsman,
4
Pillars
mountain
Invent-
lions.
Ah.
And I didn't pay him anything. Where's Fighter's Gold? Here it is. I'm like, it's right when we get into town, right?
Hello.
What is it now? Rano, go hurt something.
Hello.
What?
Good day. I'll need someone who's at least... You've done well so far.
Huzzah! I
hereby
am
promote
ready
you
for
to
advancement.
apprentice. Good luck.
We are an apprentice of the Fighters Guild, and we get an achievement for it.
Looking for more work, eh? Good. Got a contract for you. I'd like you to go talk to Norbert Lels here in Anvil.
Norbert?
He runs Lels quality merchandise here in Anvil. He's been having problems with break-ins, though, and take care
All
of
right,
Lels.
Pleasure to see
Needs
you.
the help.
It's time for us to deal with that.
What is it?
Good to see you.
Captain Dougal's rumored treasure has to be true.
Oh, he's on the waterfront. Yeah, this poor guy, you know, he's probably the only person who's not a pirate or a criminal in this whole dock zone.
How do you do?
But we'll see if we can help him out. Well, once the next day happens. We'll wait here. No, we need a... We'll crash in
What
a
is
bed
it
here.
now?
I'm listening.
I'm Krognak. He runs Lel's quality merchandise. Not a bad sort. I'm
Please,
through
go
talking
ahead.
to you.
I'm Mirabelle Monet.
What can I...
Oh, you
Don't
can't
mind.
get a bed for him.
Farewell.
These are the private rooms there. Not that private. If I can just break in. I'm gonna keep on breaking into them too. That's how little respect I have for these rooms. Oh, you're gonna let me rent one? Oh, they're all spoken for. There's no one in any of these rooms. This lady just doesn't like me. Clean. Oh no. She has just seen me break into the door. Oh, she doesn't care. See, yeah, now she's totally fine with it, right? She's probably not happy that I'm back here in the first place, huh?
What do you want? Watch yourself around the forecastle. Sailors despise.
Be seeing you.
Yeah, she definitely doesn't want me to be back here. That's alright.
I've killed far worse than you. Make it.
Okay, you want to fight?
I'm through talking to you.
They call me Wilhelm the Worm. Be seeing you.
We're just gonna wait till daytime and then talk to this Norbert here.
Your presence here will not be tolerated.
So this guy just pops up in the middle of the night to try to jump us. Oh, no point in looking on his body. We don't take from the dead. Oh, that was a book, though. Books are special, you know. We're just... Yeah, because we can read them and then put them back, you know. And, you know, like a book or a letter. Yeah, that'll be a nice compromise. Because otherwise, how are we ever going to learn? There we go. No harm, no foul. Oh no, and this old Wilhelm the Worm perished. Well, you see, he was no match for a scamp. Like, if it doesn't... I'll just break in, dude. Is this him? Are you about to open
How
your
are
store?
you? I'm
Newheim the
Newheim.
Portly. He doesn't look very
Bye.
portly to me. Maybe it's a joke because he works at the
I take
port.
it you want something. Well, what is
Got
it?
to go. Well,
What's going
later.
on
Thanks
with
for
you?
stopping by.
I've heard that...
Huh? I'm a Solden, mate. He runs Lel's... You too.
Oh, I could have went in the back the whole time. Got it.
Welcome. Greetings. Oh, and perhaps you saw the sign outside? A slight mistake, you know. Bit of bad luck there. So, what can I do for you? I've lost a great deal of merchandise over the last few months. I keep replacing it, but they keep stealing it. New locks on the doors be damned. They always come at night after I've gone to bed. Maybe a mage transports them inside. You can just stay in the shop overnight. Good luck. I'm going to wait at the Flowing Bowl. Bye.
All right.
Well met. What can I do? Take
What
care.
is she doing here? What is she doing here? Did their shops connect? Does she live here too? We're not gonna rob this guy because we're being contracted to help him, right? Right? Yeah, I mean, specifically to stop him from getting robbed. If we're contracted to help him, and then, you know, I mean, maybe if he had something really nice. Yeah, we'll just wait and see where we get from here.
Showing your face was the last mistake you'll ever make.
Okay, they've got. Oh, they were. They've got all the people. There's 3 of them. They came in with chameleon spells. Well, we'll just. All right, we just need to get.
Why won't you die? I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm.
So, like, when you block with your bare hands, they get staggered a bit, and it lets you get a lot of hits in. Alright, clean. And we're looking here only to see if they have, you know, like, information on them. Obviously, we're not rifling through their pockets. That's not our way. Unless they had something really good in them, you know, that was important. Alright, there we go. We have sorted out that problem. They were tough, you know.
What is it now?
They had
Were
some
you able
strength
to
to
take
them.
care of my problem with break-ins? You've gotten them? Wonderful. But their names are familiar to me.
I like that we know their
All
names
of those
to tell
men have
him.
worked for me. Amazing. I even trusted them to open up the shop in the mornings. I can't imagine what turned them to a life of crime. Sad. Well, here's your payment. Good day.
Jolly good.
Greetings, fellow Breton.
How are you today?
Fantastic.
I don't know.
They all spawn in and all say hello to each other all at one time, as is tradition. Pretty funny stuff. And we'll just pop in over to the Fighters Guild.
How goes it?
And we'll sleep, and that'll give us a level up, but also it'll wake everybody up, and then we'll be able to talk to him about where to go next.
Morning.
Vigdis hasn't gotten dressed yet.
Greetings.
Well met.
Hi there.
Good old Mojo.
Hello.
But we'll just pop in here and see
Morning.
what
How go?
Azan has to say. Yes, the contract is fulfilled.
Looks like it's time for a promotion.
We're a journeyman.
Due to your performance,
Oh
I
yeah.
name you Journeyman of the Fighters Guild. You're needed in Coral. Goodbye.
All right, time to run to Coral. Fortunately, we're on the same side of the map as that.
What? My pleasure, really.
What do you want?
Jeez. Not to talk to you anymore, Maeve the Buxom. I just love this game. I love looking down at the distant cities. I love looking away at the distant ruins. I love ignoring what I'm supposed to do in favor of running in straight lines in strange ways. All of that. It's very excellent to me. I love saying to every Oblivion gate I'll ever see, I'm not going to go in. I'm not even going to acknowledge your presence. That's what I like. Are we going the right way? Yeah!
To arms! To arms! By Ishmir's beard, we've got ourselves a live one. That the best you...
Get wrecked. We'll go on the right side of the mountain. Yeah, that pass looks a lot cleaner to get through. You know, when you don't take the road, sometimes you gotta make judgment calls like that. Never knew what hit him. It was these mitts. Running with my good old blue suede shoes. It's the only way to be. So strange sound. Hello.
Whoa. Well, look who we've got here. Whoa! Oh.
How rude, you know, and I was just trying to say hello. Well, they got an empty sack, so we'll just leave it there and continue on running. They're not gonna need me around anymore. They were no match for our might. Alright, and we're at level 49 for hand-to-hand, which is just awesome, you know. It's great to be level 50 in your primary combat skill before level 5. But of course, combat and then, you know, Khajit have a bonus to it and so on. When you make a character that goes into what the primary stats and all of the stuff that you're going to do, like, you're quite strong out of the box. And, you know, if you're focusing on only a few leveling schools, then you are very strong for your level in general. Whereas, you know, if you're doing all sorts of stuff and, you know, leveling heavy and light armor alternately, you know, for fun or profit, then before you know it, you'll be leveled up, you know, a little beyond what your actual strength is. And that wolf blood yours? Some of it. We made it! You know, sometimes all you gotta do is put one foot in front of the other. And before long, you'll be leveling up your athletics again and saying, man, I wonder what happened to the last horses I saw in there. Crazy.
State your... You too.
Just saying hello, good sir. Just saying hello.
Who will help an old beggar? What is it?
How rude. I was just trying to say what a good job I'd been doing.
I see you've been keeping yourself busy. This is good. I believe it's time for you to perform some duties for your guild.
What do you think I've been doing?
We are a brotherhood, a family. What affects one of us affects us all. Fighting, drunkenness, dereliction of duty are not tolerated. I would like you to speak with Modrin Orion. He will assign you any duties that are currently pending. Good luck to you.
Like, why'd she say it like
For
that?
now, Mod be seeing you.
I'm like, did she think that I was out there fighting? Did she think that I was out there breaking rules? Not me. I'm a reputable lady. Yes. Duties.
Duties for you. Fine. I'll speak slowly so you can keep up.
How rude.
I want you to contact Maglier.
Who's Maglier?
He's one of your Fighters Guild brothers, but he's defaulted on a contract. We can't allow that. Makes us all look bad. He didn't finish out a contract in Skingrad. Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. He's raw like you. Go and find out what's wrong with him. Yes, Maglier. I'm sorry. Don't just stand there. Move!
And now that we ran all the way here, it's time to run to Skingrad. But, you know, that's the thing about not fast traveling. Some stuff is very run-aroundy, you know? It's very FedEx. But the world is a beautiful place, and by inhabiting it, one can access beauty.
How goes it?
You know, you don't always want to do things the fastest way.
Whoa.
At least I don't. If you want to find tranquility and beauty, perhaps, you know, taking the load less traveled will do it. How would Robert Frost play Oblivion? This is a question I have asked myself today and no other days. You know, I've thought about it before, you know, like, if Henry David Thoreau was playing The Witcher 3, what would he do? Dirt, what a place. Of course, there's a horse there. We're not going to worry about it. It's none of our business as of yet. Our business at this point, principally, is just running across the land, jumping occasionally. And business is good. Honestly, playing like this, I enjoy, much more than the other aspects of the game. Because that's, look, when you're playing an Elder Scrolls game in a very directed fashion, that's when it's weakest, you know? It just is. That's, when you're saying, I'm going to do what's written down, all in a row, quick as I can, well, you shouldn't be surprised if it's not a great time, because it's an RPG, right? What's the role you're playing if you're a person that teleports around? What is the point of being told to go from one town and then to another town if you don't physically run? Will you see the beauty of the land? Will you witness the glory and majesty of the stars? These are questions. It's like, yeah, I don't care about your weapons and armor, man.
I'm Elsie Godhater. Yes, I hate the gods, all gods. They can all bite my garters. And if you don't like it, you can bite my garters too. He's around here somewhere. Good day.
What?
Oh, hey,
What
little
is
dude.
it? Sister, they send you to find me? Defaulted? I suppose so. I'm not paid enough to do the job. I was supposed to find Brennus Astus's journal. That was my job. They said it was in Fallen Rock Cave. You ever been in there? Didn't think so. I'm not going back. Not for that kind of money. If you care that much, you go find it. The contract's yours. It's not worth it for what the guild is paying. I've got a family to think about. I'm mad. Whatever.
Greetings, Khajit.
We're just gonna successfully harvest some grapes here. Like all vineyards, they don't mind if you just walk up and take the grapes. That's, everybody knows you can just do that. Hello.
Yes? Battlehorn Castle near Coral is besieged by marauders. There's much I can show you. Good day.
I think somebody was saying that that's a place you can live in. Not gonna worry about it though.
Greeting. What? Be seeing you.
He's like, oh, do you know what it's like in there? He doesn't even say. This man probably didn't even go. He was like, oh, I read the reviews. It looked tough. Can I get in through this way? Doesn't appear so. I just have to go around. Got it. Oh, there's a skeleton.
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh yeah, sneaky, sneaky Khajit. Almost got away with it. Alright. Sneaky, sneaky Khajit. Creeping up upon the skeleton. And then... punch! Yeah! Graceful, elegant, perfection. Oh no! That would not have been graceful, elegant, perfection. Can I go through here? Please? Oh no, what have I done? Okay. All right. Apprentice has this journal. So this is a study on the fauna of Cyrodiil. The rat is less aggressive than the counterpart in other provinces. Minotaurs, the Landrel. So they did like maybe they're related to Daedra. They do look like them, and then writes about trolls. All right. And yeah, we're just gonna not go to the guy who didn't do this job, because again, he was basically like, I don't care what happens, I'm not worried about it. And these are just like some normal skeletons. Like, does this guy even deserve to be in the Fighters Guild with an attitude like that? Totally don't care about talking to him about it. We are just completing the quest. And if Homeboy gets kicked out of the guild, look, it's not for everybody, right? Some people aren't meant for glory and greatness. They can't all be Punch Cat after all. Sometimes you just want to tank a hit or two, get a little bit of block experience going. Because you can outstrip your defensive abilities pretty easily if you're me.
If you are looking, farewell.
you seen the Bruyants and their dogs?
Odd folks, the way they...
Why are you talking? You've got the germ. You did it? I'll be talking to Maglir soon. I don't need one wet ear covering for another. Still, the job got done. Here's the reward. Back for more work, are you? Some of your brothers have been getting rowdy at the local tavern. I've got no problem with cutting loose, but I don't like it when we all look bad. You're looking for Relian, Vantus Prelius, and Dubak Groshog. I haven't had any trouble with them before, so find out what's going on. I'm sorry. Those Odilbo. I can't believe that I'll be waiting.
Alright, so now we get to run real far. As I was saying earlier, maybe, you know, maybe Bruma to Leowyn is the longest, but this also.
How goes it?
Welcome.
How goes
What's going on with you?
I understand Deva worship.
It'll be a whole lot of distance to travel, but all the more reason to start on it now, right? Or we could wait. This could be a good thing to start on when we do another session. Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
Greetings, Khajit.
Yes. 3,900 away. Oh no. I want to get on the side of it to look interestingly at all we survey. Yeah, there we go. Here we are. With the backdrop of beautiful Korra in the background. But there you have it. You know, Anya is a very intense creature. And the world is a better place because she's in it, though. So that's all we've got for you today. A big chunk of the Fighters Guild, a big chunk of running around Tamriel without fast traveling. It always feels good. I love it. And perhaps you have enjoyed it as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Maybe I'll see you in another stream or video. But that's all I've got for you tonight.